Hey there, in this video we are going to discuss about one of the coolest features in JavaScript, arrow functions. Let's get started by defining a simple regular function and then we'll move on to arrow functions. I'm going to create a function sum which is in taking two variables a comma b, and that's going to return sum of a plus b. And let's log the result with some sample values. Sum of 5 comma 6. In JavaScript, functions are treated as first-class citizens, which means we can assign function to a variable, we can pass function as argument to another function as callback, and we can even return function from a function. Since we are able to do all of these, in JavaScript, functions are considered as first-class citizens. Now I'm going to convert this function definition as a function expression, and I'm going to assign that to a variable. I'm using const sum equals. Since I have already given function name here, I'm going to remove it from here. Yes, this is nothing but a function expression. Now let's move on to arrow functions. Arrow functions are nothing but a shorthand representation, like shorthand syntax for regular functions. And arrow functions are introduced in ES6. For those who don't know what ES6 is, it's nothing but a JavaScript version which is released officially in 2015, and that has got some really cool features which makes writing code in JavaScript much easier and maintainable. Now I'm going to convert this function into an arrow function. Let me comment this one out. And to write arrow functions, we don't need function keyword and we need arrow here. Yes. The arguments which we want to pass to a function are enclosed in parentheses and the body in curly braces. Whatever we want to return, like regular functions, we'll be using return keyword. In case if the functions has single expression, then we don't have to use return keyword and curly braces. Let's have a look at that. I'm going to create one more arrow function, const square, let's say, which is taking a number and returning its square. I'm gonna log that this square of 5, let's say. Yes, this gave us 25. Here if you closely see, we are not using curly braces or return keyword. This is because we have only one expression. To make the syntax more concise, in this case I can remove curly braces and return keyword as well. This is the basics of arrow functions, and one of the major difference that comes with arrow functions when compared to regular functions is the arguments keyword. When we use arguments, I'm going to comment this one out and I'm introducing this one back, regular function. And let's say I'm gonna log arguments keyword. Arguments keywords gives us the list of arguments that we are passing to that function. Here if you see, it has returned an array with the values that we are passing here, 5 comma 6. In arrow functions, arguments keyword is not supported. Let's look at that. Return num. Since I have more than one expression here, I'm again enclosing them in curly braces and I'm gonna log arguments here. If you see, it's throwing a reference error. This is because arguments keyword is not supported within arrow functions and it's trying to process it like a normal variable. Since we don't have any declaration for the variable arguments, it's throwing the reference error. This is just one of the differences. It has a lot of differences in terms of this keyword as well, which we'll be discussing in detail in a separate video which is dedicated for this keyword behavior. And coming to the practical uses of these arrow functions, one of the brilliant use cases is in functional programming. Functional programming is more about writing modular code. In this case, if you see, compared to regular functions, arrow functions are more concise and easy to read. One of the other major use cases is to use arrow functions as callbacks to few methods like map, reduce, filter, etc., which we'll be covering in the later video, which is on arrays. This is with the arrow functions, and whatever we have discussed in this video, I have pushed that to GitHub along with a very detailed notes along with examples. You can find the link for these notes in the description box. Please have a look. That's it for this video. Thank you and see you in the next video.